I'm here to talk about The Economist's community strategy, what we're doing with community on our website, online readers, and what we're doing on social media sites. The Economist has a very long-standing brand, and many people think that it would be difficult to translate that into social media, but in fact we've had enormous success. We have around 1 million followers on Facebook and about 2.5 million on Twitter, and if there's one thing that we've learnt, it's that to succeed in social media you certainly don't need to dumb down. There's a lot of demand for very intelligent conversations to happen across the social web.
So you told us what you don't need. What do you need?
What do I need?
Yes, in order to succeed in social media, particularly being a rather traditional media as people tend to consider The Economist to be.
I think one of the reasons The Economist has done really well is because it is a company that people love offline. It's a company that people have a lot of respect for, and I hope we continue to deserve our readership, but that translates rather well into online. People like being readers of The Economist, and they like to recommend it to their friends, and that's something which has helped. But if you're looking for social media magic, I'm afraid that to achieve success has taken many years of hard work, and it's commitment and conviction and participating every single day that will really help you to succeed in social media.
Is there anything that along the path that you have taken to achieve what you have, is there anything that you had to change in your minds? Are there any things that you thought should go or would go one way and then they eventually ended up being completely different?
I think we found that some of the people who follow us on Twitter and on Facebook are actually fairly conservative, that when they follow us they expect to receive links to our content. And in the past when we tried to retweet other users, for example, repost other content or link to external sites, they've not been very impressed by that because they want to receive our content. So to get over that, as well as having some central brand accounts on these sites, we also have a number of smaller accounts run by journalists where you'll see us using Facebook and Twitter and the other social platforms a little more creatively, more adventurously and more excitingly.
But what I gather from your answers is that it's really essential to have good content and faithful audience.
I think that's absolutely essential. I don't think you can expect to go from zero to massive success just through social media alone. I think you need to have something that people really love and a product with great integrity as well.
Would it be too daring to summarize your words something like this? If you're good, digital communication can make it even better, but if you're not good, technology itself cannot replace the quality.
I think that would be a pretty good summary of what we've discovered so far at The Economist. But the one thing that is certainly true about social media is that it's all brand new still. We're a couple of years into this revolution, but it's still only the beginning. And the most important thing is for people to keep innovating, to keep trying new things, and not to get stuck with the same old strategies. So my one message would be to try everything and don't listen too much to what the social media types, even me, recommend to you right now.
Fair enough, but nevertheless, what will you be trying in the years to come, or in the year to come?
I think we'd like to find ways to use the intelligence of our audience more. So at the moment we have lots of intelligent responses to articles that we write, which is excellent. But I think we would like to find ways to encourage more of our readers to start their own conversations. And we'd like to come up with a kind of framework that lets us do that in a way that retains the quality that people expect from The Economist and from the readers of The Economist. So that's what we're looking at.
Just a little bit deeper, I'm kind of curious. Did you ever come across the audience that was hostile, irrelevant, intolerant, and if you did, how did you deal with them?
Can you repeat that question?
Yes, on your social media, on the people who were commenting you, following you, giving comments and so on. Did you ever come across individuals or opinions that were hostile, intolerant, irrelevant, improper? And if you did, and I would reckon you did, how did you deal with that?
Well, we're extremely lucky. One of the main reasons that we're excited about our community and social strategy is that our readers are so distinguished, so experienced, and so intelligent, and have a lot to say about what they do and about what they think. But like any site that accepts user-generated content, occasionally we have things that aren't quite the standard that we expect. We have moderators who take down content that breaks relax our rules. We make sure that everybody knows the rules. But because of the kind of topics we cover, we also understand that people occasionally will have unfashionable views, and we certainly want to be the kind of site where you can say things that are controversial without necessarily feeling censored. So we have a fairly tolerant attitude, except for a handful of things which obviously are removed.
I'm not sure if I made my point correctly. I'm not saying that having a different opinion is wrong. I'm just saying that sometimes the way you promote your opinions can be unacceptable. I was more referring to those, but I think I got my answers to that anyway. Okay, now off to the second part, and that's going to be a shorter part. What do you think about this conference? What are your impressions? What were your expectations? Were they met? Is there anything you're missing here? Is there anything you like particularly here?
I'm enjoying this very much. It's an extraordinary venue. I've been to Ljubljana once before, so I knew that it was a beautiful city, and I was delighted to be able to return. And it looks like there's an excellent lineup of speakers as well, so that just adds to the enjoyment of this event.
So we can be expecting you next year to be here as well?
Quite possibly.
Well, we'll be happy to welcome you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well.